Hey everyone, it's Reptile Sam here. So today I just wanted to do a little product overview. Some of these things you have seen before in other videos, but I just wanted to give like a brief overview of all the stuff I keep in my snake room so you guys can see all the different things I have to take care of my snakes with. So I'm just going to start by going through what I've got and where I've ordered them and how I like them so you guys can see what's important to have. First off is always paper towels whenever you're messing with your snakes, but you can get those out of your kitchen. You don't need to keep paper towels in here, but it can't hurt. So first up, spray bottle filled with water. So you can take the lid off to dump water in their water bowls when their water bowls get low, and just to spray their enclosures to make sure they have proper humidity. If you have a second spray bottle for things like chemicals or anything else like that, I'd recommend labeling it. So my other one has chemicals written on it. This one is just plain water. Next up, I have a reptile spray. This is for mites. I got this from Triple L Reptile. And this I haven't sprayed on my snakes because this is a pesticide and I don't want to worry about hurting them or their breathing. So I've used this to clean enclosures with mites in it. And this is snake oil, also from Triple L Reptile. I like this a lot because it is completely botanical. There's no pesticides in this, so this is a lot more all natural than the actual spray for mites. And when Herman had mites, this worked really well as a topical. You put it on paper towel and like let him slide through it, and it seems like it works really well. It smells nice, and it seems to really help. And it's just for reptile cuts and scrapes. So sometimes when Bosk has shedding problems and has a little bit of like a cut or scrape from that, I'll put this on Bosk as well. So this seems to be a good product, and I really like it mainly because it's not a pesticide. Next up, I have a couple of Zilla products here. So Shed Ease is one I've recommended before, and you just put some of this in your reptile's bath and it really helps their shed come off. I think it works great. I've used it multiple times for all the reptiles, except for Eddie. Eddie doesn't get baths because Eddie, my leopard gecko, doesn't like baths. Tropical Mist, I recently found this product and I really like it. This is used to help really increase the snake's humidity levels, and there's aloe in this. So you can actually spray it directly on your snake as well as the enclosure. And so for snakes that like high humidity, like Geiger, my false water cobra, and for Herman, my boa constrictor, this works great. Especially if you spray it like in like a hide box, it really helps that humidity go really high. And so they can help their shed cycles, but also just make them more comfortable. So this tropical mist from Zilla is pretty cool. Hand sanitizer. It's a good thing to keep near your snakes so you can wash your hands in between handling your reptiles. Wipeout from ZooMed. The spritzer has broken on this one, so I have to dump it out. But as far as a cleaning product, I really like this because it's non-toxic to your reptiles and it cleans plastic tubs as well as glass enclosures really well. So ZooMed Wipeout is a really good cleaning product for whatever surface your reptiles poop on or get dirty. A probing kit. This is for sexing your snakes, but only do this if you've been trained to do so or know exactly what you're doing, because it can really injure or hurt your snake. So only use probes to sex your snakes if you know exactly what you're doing. Sag No Moss, I talk about this stuff all the time, so you guys know I love it. It's great for bedding and humidity for your reptiles. So especially if you have like frogs and toads that need higher humidity, certain lizards, but I use them for my snakes too. I have it in Brick's container. Even though he's a California king snake, I have it inside of a mason jar for him to crawl into, and it's a really good little product, and it works wonders. I also have Eco Earth Bedding from ZooMed, and this one is not opened yet, but this cocoa fiber substrate will be mostly used for Geiger once she moves into her bigger enclosure. And that is because this natural dirt substrate will really help keep the humidity levels up in her enclosure, because it will have a screen metal front, which means humidity will come right out. So this will help with that problem. This really heavy bag right here is forest floor, so the label is rolled down, but this is called forest floor bedding, and it's really heavy. And this is 100% cypress mulch bedding, and this is a really cool product. I like it better than Reptibark a lot because unlike Reptile Bark, this is actually like dirt along with your wood and not just big chips. And Herman actually has this right now, and it's working really well for him. But Geiger is also my false water cobra. She will also be getting some of this as well in her bigger enclosure. And then you guys also know I use Zoom Ed Aspen Bedding in most of my enclosures if you've seen my other videos with the snakes in it. So those are my products I always recommend. And oh, one last thing. It's kind of silly, but in case your snake ever bites you, keep this on hand. A small airplane bottle of vodka. If your snake bites you and doesn't let go, crack this open, dump on the snake's head. It won't hurt your snake, but they will let go immediately. So that's just a little tip in case you have a ornery snake or one that you don't want to bite you, such as Geiger, who has a perfect personality, but in case, you know, her feeding response ever takes off and she bites me, or someone else gets mad at me, I can have this nearby to dump on their head, and they'll let go immediately. So, those are just some products I like to use. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I have on my hands. There's a couple more things. I just recently upgraded to 18-inch feeding tongs because my 12-inch feeding tongs were getting a bit small, and they're around here somewhere. Here they are. So, these actually aren't even 12 inches, I don't think. So, these were getting a bit small, especially for like the bigger snakes. So, I upgraded to these big old tongs right here. So, that's another thing you always need, along with your snake hook. So, I will be upgrading to a bigger snake hook at some point because this little thing is pretty small for the likes of Herman and Geiger. So, I will be needing a bigger one of these at some point too. And then you guys have seen me thaw out frozen rodents with a cup and a towel. So that's something I really need to talk about, just like a plastic cup and a towel, really. But yeah, so these are some other key items for snake keeping. So that's what I have for you guys today. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram at reptile.sam. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one.